Today I'm doing a product review on the Black Diamond Icon 700 headset. Got it on right here. I've been using it for a few months. I used it in my last 100 miler. I have several different Black Diamond headsets, and I'll reference those in a bonus section of this video with some lighting tips, and so I'll mark it if you want to review that section. This is my newest light. It's Icon 700. I like it a lot because it's got a lot more power than my other lights, and it also, show you, it holds 4 AA batteries, so it gives it a lot more power than most headlamps. Most headlamps are using AAA batteries. I like this a lot because some of my other handhelds, which I carry as a backup light, are also using AA batteries, and I've had real good success for those. This light is packing a bigger punch than other lights. It's got lots of different settings, but the key settings is low is going to be 6 luminance and 12 meters with 180 hours. I don't use the low, but the medium is very useful. The medium setting will do you 350 luminance, which is the typical light that most people use, and it will go for 60 meters, 30 hours. In my last 100 miler, I used it on the high setting because it was really bad weather and raining, and I was really happy with it. It'll go for like 100. The luminance is 700 luminance and over 100 meters distance you can see with this light. But I was looking up close, very wide area. I was running in rain, dark forest, and it will last for 7 hours if you do it on the very high-end setting. So it's got low, medium, and high like other lights. But the medium setting will last you all night. Most headlamps won't do that. Look at my tech sheet here. IP67. So that's IP67 is about what an iPhone is. This, however, this IP67 will survive 30 minutes in the water, submerged. So if you were to drop it in a stream crossing, it'd be fine. Very nice fit. Like always, you should always wear a skull cap. This is a little bit thicker one. This is exoskin, but you can also wear a thin one. Highly suggest that on any headlamp because when you sweat, headlamps will tend to move a little bit. This one's also got a strap going across the top of the head, which is different than most headlamps, but very comfortable. I didn't feel anything, these clamps on the side, I didn't feel them. They didn't cause me any problems. Clamps on headlamps have caused me problems in the past, especially in 100 milers because they're tight for so long. But in this one, it was very comfortable. And the weight is just a little bit more than a regular headlamp. The exact weight I can give you, it's going to be 140 grams for the light, 96 grams for the batteries, and then the total weight is 236 grams. Cost of this light, not bad at all. $109 if you were to buy it from Running Warehouse online. It comes in a very good package. It even comes with a set of batteries. I didn't use them, but it does come very well packaged. I mean, you'll spend a little bit of time getting it out of here, so ordering it online is not an issue. It's not going to get damaged. The light also does have many other settings. It has an SOS setting, strobe light. It's also got red, blue, and red, green, blue RGBs. So if you want to use the red lights, and it's got all kinds of things. Sometimes people want to put the light on the back of their head and strobe the red. I don't do that, but it does have that function. But like I said, very nice light. I've always looked at these high-end, heavy-duty lights in the past and never bought one. But I bought this one. This is the Icon 700. Been very happy with it, and it's not that expensive. It's got a cable here on the side. It's also got an additional cable, I think, that you can run in tandem if you want to wear this on your waist. I haven't tried that, but it does have that capability. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And like I said, I'll put in a bonus section to this video on lighting tips and discussion about my other lights. I'll mark that in the video. It's footage that I filmed last year, but I have a lot of tips on lighting, how to handle the batteries and stuff like that. That'll be in the bonus section of this video. All right, have a great day. I've got a bunch of lighting hacks that I've developed over the years to save time, and I want to go over those. What works well for me at night, because I usually in 100K I will run 6-7 hours at night, and for a 100 miler I'll run all night. So these are tips you're not going to get from a pro because they don't really run at night. Because I'm a mid-packer and learned a lot of things over the years. So got a bunch of different lighting here. Ultra Aspire waist belt. I often use, this is very good for flat surfaces. If you're running a trail at night that's not very, got steep declines like ditches and stuff, it doesn't work very well for that. But often I will use this with another light. And one theme that I want to get across tonight during this video is it's always good to use two pair of lighting, and I'll tell you why. You'll be able to see a lot better. You'll have one fixed light and then one moving light. If it's a very flat trail, like Javelina 100, it's just a loop flat. There are many races that are a flat trail. This waist light works real well with the headlight. And the better you can see, the faster you can run. Because if it's a technical trail, you don't want to power hike the whole trail. You want to be able to run when you can. And I found that this works really well for me. So waist belt. This waist belt is Ultra Aspire. Very good. I use the one with 3 AAA batteries. It's an older model, but it works real well. They have new ones that have lithium batteries. And they also have a new one that has 3D technology, which you can see in decline and inclines a little bit better. What I mean by that is if you're going into a ditch or going up a steep hill, the waist belts don't work so well. Another thing to keep in mind about waist belts, if you're a guy, you're gonna take it off to use the toilet. You know, you go for a pee or something like that. It can be a little bit of a hassle sometimes. I'm often using a headlamp. I've got 2 different Diamondback headlamps. I'm sorry, not Diamondback, Black Diamond headlamps. They work really well. These have 4 AAA batteries in them. And that's important to remember because I'll show you why in a minute. So often I will pair this waist light with this headlamp. Or I will use my Nathan handheld light, which I really like. It's got a wrist strap on here so I can slide my hand in here. I will often use this on most races. What I'm doing is I'm using a headlamp and a hand light. The nice thing is the headlamp is fixed, so it's going out fixed position. The hand lamp I can move around. This is very good. You come up on something, you know, tree root, you think it's a snake or a rock, you can highlight it with the handheld. It works really well. I really like this. And also very good if you're at night and it gets foggy, it's better. And these things are super bright. I have the biggest Nathan, I think it's, I forget the model number, but they make 2 different sizes. I have the biggest one. It uses 2 AA batteries. So it's gonna last all night. Headlamp like this is gonna last you 7-8 hours, maybe a little bit longer. So that's 4 AAA batteries. And then if you got this with you, even during the day, I carry this in the back of my pack because I might get lost or I might get back into my drop bag late after dark. But I always carry a light with me. Even though I have my phone's turned off, I could use it for a light, but trust me, an iPhone light's not gonna save you in the wilderness. And I'm a little bit conservative on lighting, and I'll tell you why. My first 100K, Bandera 100K, I had one light, just a headlamp. Actually, it was this headlamp. And I timed it wrong. I was out there a lot longer than I thought, and my light went out about 3 miles from the finish. I was very lucky that someone loaned me their light. I just happened to be running near somebody and they loaned me their light. So nice of them. I was able to make it in. Otherwise, I would have been waiting to follow somebody. But always carry 2 lights, even if you're not using both of them. It's really important. And then what I'll do is I'll use saran wrap, and this is one of the battery hacks that I want to go over. What I'll do is, like this one, saran wrap, I've got 3 AAAs together. This one, I've got saran wrap, I've got 2 AAs saran wrap together. And then I've got one in here that's, I'll take it out, that's 4 AAAs together. Now what I'll do is I'll have a sandwich bag, Ziploc bag, and I'll know what lighting I'm using that night, and I'll put 1 set of each batteries in there. I know that new batteries in my light plus 1 set of batteries, I'll be fine all night. But I pre-wrap them like this, and then I put them in a bag like this, sandwich bag, and then because when you're at night and you need to change batteries, it's not so easy. You need to be at an aid station or have another light. And the last thing you want to do is be going through your bag trying to find loose batteries. Loose batteries are bad for many reasons. They could short out. That's very rare with alkaline batteries, but they could. And then also they'll get wet because of the sweat. I used to keep them in the side of my vest, but I found that that's not very good position to put it in. So what I do is I put my batteries in the sandwich bag like this, and then also I'll put my car key. I'll take it off the chain so it's only my car key, and I'll put it in here also. And then once I've got those together, I'll go back. The back of my my vest has a pocket. I'll put my extra batteries and my car key in here, zip it up. It has 2 layers of protection. So it has the sandwich bag protection from moisture, and it also has another pocket in here. So when my lights go out, I know exactly where to go. I go into this pocket, I pull out this bag, and I grab, I can feel, just by feeling, I know which battery I need, because I've got, one light uses 3 AAAs, my headlamps use 4 AAAs, and my hand light uses 2 AA batteries. So it's a very good hack. It'll save you time. And I'm a guy, I never use crews, I never use pacers. So I have to do everything myself. It's just my way of doing it. I'm not knocking people that do, but that's just the way I do it. So I know exactly where everything is. I have to. Because when I get tired, you know, it might be 20 hours into a race. I get tired and forget things. I want to know exactly where my batteries are. And anyways, that's the way I do it. I highly suggest wrapping them like this. I've never seen anybody do it. Something I've come up with. It works really well. Another thing I would want to stress is always use the best batteries you can buy. I use the Duracell. I also use the, didn't bring it down, Red Top Eveready batteries. I've been working in the battery business for a while. I work in lithium ion batteries, but I know batteries well. The cheaper batteries, generic batteries, the capacity is lower. That's okay for remote control or whatever, but when you're out there in the forest, you want to make sure you have the best batteries. And so longer capacity means a few more hours. So you want to have new Duracells, Red Top Evereadys, I highly suggest. And another thing is, after a race, never use the batteries again. I don't care if you use them for 1 hour or 8 hours. Take them out and use new batteries every time. That way you always know exactly how long your light's gonna last. And also, the ends of batteries can oxidize if you just leave them in your light and the light is wet. So it can also diminish the capacity of the battery. So what I'll do is show you. So after I use batteries, I create a big battery roll so that the batteries don't touch. It looks like a magazine of bullets, but these are all my used batteries. And I wrap them like this and I put them in a bag for my children's toys, remote controls, or whatever. They're still good for that, but just don't use them running through the forest. Use them one time. I highly recommend that.